Isaac said he don't want to play the game. I did.
Okay, let's just stop talking about the game and focus on what we got right here.
I'm not spinning the wheel today. Why is it leaving here?
Jubilees chapter 2. And the angel of the presence spoke to Moshe according to the word of Yahuah, saying, write the complete history of the creation, how in 6 days Yahuah Elohim finished all his works and all that he created, and kept Sabbath on the seventh day, and sanctified it for all ages, and appointed it as a sign for all his works. For on the first day he created the heavens which are above the earth, and the waters, and all the angels of the presence, and the angels of sanctification, and the angels of the Ruach of fire, and the angels of the Ruach of the winds, and the angels of the Ruach of the clouds, and of darkness, and of snow, and of hail, and of hoarfrost, and the angels of the voices, and of the thunder, and of the lightning, and the angels of the Ruach of cold, and of heat, and the winter, and of spring, and of autumn, and of summer, and of all the Ruach of his creatures, which are in the heavens and on the earth. He created the abyss in the darkness, evening and night, and light and dawn and day, which he has prepared in the knowledge of his heart. And thereupon he saw his works, and praised him, and lauded before him on account of all his works. For 7 great works did he create on the first day. On the second day he created the expanse in the midst of the waters, and the waters were divided on that day. Half of them went up above, and half of them went down below the expanse that was in the midst over the face of the whole earth. And this was the only work Elohim created on the second day. On the third day he commanded the waters to pass from off the face of the whole earth into one place, and the dry land to appear. And the waters did so as he commanded them, and they retired from off the face of the earth into one place outside of this expanse, and the dry land appeared. And on that day he created for them all the seas according to their separate gathering places, and all the rivers and the gatherings of the waters, and the mountains, and all the earth, and all the lakes, and all the dew of the earth, and the seed which is sown, and all sprouting things, and fruit-bearing trees, and all trees of the wood, and garden of Eden, and the Eden, and all. For these great works Elohim created on the third day. On the fourth day he created the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and set them in the expanse of the heaven, to give light upon all the earth, to rule over the day and the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Elohim appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth for days, and for Sabbaths, and for months, and for feasts, and for years, and for Sabbaths of years, and for jubilees, and for all seasons of the years. It divides the light from the darkness for prosperity. That all things may prosper which shoot and grow on the earth. These 3 kinds he made on the 4th day. On the 5th day he created great sea monsters in the depths of the waters, for these were the first things of flesh that were created by his hands. Pay attention. the fish and everything that moves in the waters, and everything that flies, the birds and their kind. The sun rose above them to prosper them, above everything that was on the earth, everything that shoots out of the earth, and all fruit-bearing trees and all flesh. These three kind he created on the fifth day. And on the sixth day he created all the animals of the earth, and all cattle, and everything that moves on the earth. And after all this he created a man and a woman created he them, and gave them dominion over all that is upon the earth, and the seas, and over everything that flies, and over beasts, and over cattle, over everything that moves on the earth, over the whole earth. Over all this he gave him dominion. And these four kinds he created the sixth day, and there are altogether 22 kinds. Pay attention. And he finished all his work on the sixth day. And all that is in the heavens, on the earth, and the seas, and the abyss, and the light, and the darkness, and everything. He gave us a great sign, the Sabbath, that we should work 6 days, but guard the Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And the angels of the presence, and the angels of sanctification, these two great classes, he had bidden us to guard the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said unto us, Behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples. These shall guard the Sabbath, and I will sanctify them unto myself as my people. And I will bless them, as I have sanctified the Sabbath, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And I have chosen the seed of Yahuah amongst all that I have seen, and I have written him down as my firstborn son, and I have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath, and they may guard the Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should guard the Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink and to bless him, who has created all things, and has blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and they should guard the Sabbath together with us. And he caused his commands to ascend as a sweet savor acceptable before him all the days. There were 22 heads of mankind from Adam to Yaakov, and 22 kinds of work were made unto the seventh day, this blessed and holy, and the former also was blessed and holy. And this one serves with that one for sanctification and blessing. And to this, Yaakov and the seed was granted that they should always be blessed in Kodashim of the first testimony in Torah, even as he has sanctified and blessed the Sabbath on the seventh day. He created heaven and earth, everything that he created in 6 days. And Elohim made the seventh day holy for all his works. Therefore he commanded on itself behalf that whosoever does any work thereon shall die, and that he who defiles it shall surely die. Wherefore do you command the children of Yasharel to observe this day, that they may keep it holy and not do thereon any work, and not to defile it, as it is holier than all other days. And whosoever profanes it shall surely die. And whosoever does thereon any work shall surely die eternally, that the children of Yahshua may observe this day throughout their generations. Sit up, and not to be rooted out of the land. For it is a holy day and a blessed day. Everyone who observes it and guards the Sabbath thereon from all his work will be holy and blessed throughout all days like unto us. Declare and say to the children of Yasharel the Torah of this day, both that they should guard the Sabbath thereon, that they should not forsake it in the air of their hearts, that it is against the Torah to do any work thereon, which is unseemly, to do thereon their own pleasure, that they should not prepare thereon anything to be eaten or drunk, that is against the Torah to draw water, or bring in or take out thereon through their gates any burden, which they had not prepared for themselves on the sixth day in their dwellings. And they shall not bring in nor take out from house to house on that day, for that day is more holier and blessed than any jubilee day of the jubilees. On this we keep Sabbath in heavens, before it was made known to any flesh to guard the Sabbath thereon on the earth. And the creature of all things blessed it. And the creator of all things blessed it. He did not sanctify all peoples and nations to guard the Sabbath thereon, but Yahshua alone, them alone, he permitted to eat and drink and to guard the Sabbath thereon on the earth. And the creator of all things blessed the day, which he had created for blessing and holiness and glory above all days. The Torah and testimony was given to the children of Yasharel as a Torah forever unto their generation. Said a lot. So the angels of the presence spoke to Moshe. Angels talked to Moshe and said, write the complete history of the creation, how in 6 days Yahuah Elohim finished all his works and all that he created, and kept the Sabbath on the seventh day, and sanctified it for all ages, and appointed it as a sign for all his works. So Moshe wrote most of the Bible. The angels told him, say, write this, how on the first day, every day, what happened, what Elohim did. The first day, the second day, on the third day, on the fourth day, on the fifth day, on the sixth day.
7th day?
No, but the seventh day he rested, and that's why we do the Sabbath. That's why I don't work. That's why Grandma don't work. Is because Yahuah said he even rested.
That's why we don't go to school.
Right. So everything rested. So everything was like, okay, let's stop. Let's rest. That's what Yahuah want us to do. He said he was working all the other days. He was doing all his work the other days, but on the seventh day, he rested. And he said everybody needs to rest. So we need to be ready for tomorrow, meaning that we make sure that, okay, everything is in order for tomorrow. Meaning that we make sure we don't have to work. So he's saying he did all this stuff in 6 days. He created the earth, all the waters and everything. He created the heavens, the moon, and the sun to tell us when it's day, when it's night. He created all the seasons, birds and whatever flies, animals. But he chosen you. Yahuah chose you. Isaac said, look up. Pick your head up. Crisscross applesauce. Look like you ready to go to sleep. He said, behold, I will separate myself a people from among all the peoples. These shall guard the Sabbath, and will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them, as I have sanctified the Sabbath, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim. So he's saying everybody don't supposed to do the Sabbath, because he didn't call everybody to do it. He said, but he want his people, Yahuah want his people to guard the Sabbath. So with that being said, we're choosing to be Yahuah's people, to make ourselves different and do the Sabbath. But he said, for you to keep the Sabbath, you got to make sure you keep it different. Keep it different. Sing praises to him. Thanking him that you get to live. And keep it different. Don't sit here and do everything. But he wants you to pay attention to him. Once again, it said, the creator of all things blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to guard the Sabbath thereon, but Yahshua alone. Them alone he permitted to eat and to drink and to guard the Sabbath thereon on the earth. Isaac, what I say?
He said, to guard.
What else?
And he used it be on his side, not the bad side. That's why you don't have school. That's why you don't go. That's why you don't work. And that's why grandma don't work. Because he was sick. Rest.
Just hi.
You he wants to let you guard the Sabbath, cause only you, because the other bad people, they don't do Yahuah. They do different things. We with Yahuah, nobody else.
It's not that there's nobody else. It's just that we eventually you'll see more people. But right now it's important for you to worry about yourself. That's the most important part.
Dad,
Let's go ahead and pray.
huh?
Yeah.
Did you play the game?
I'm surprised you still want to.